If you don't give separator, what is the default separator? Space. And after printing, it will insert what? New line. And then where it will print all these values into one file. What is the name of the file? std out. What is the name of the file? std out. And this file is there inside which module? Sys module. So print function receives 0 or more values. See here, I try to split this. Okay, I make this as syntax 1. Syntax 1 means I just write only print followed by which one? Values. Syntax 1 is print followed by which one? Values. I try to split it so that you can understand easily. Okay, so print function receives 0 or more values. Print function receives 0 or more values.
Recording in progress.
Now it will try to print how many values here? 3 values. It is trying to print how many values here? 3 values. If you are not sending any values, then what will happen? It will just print or insert one new line. If you don't send any value, just insert what? New line. But if I say print 10, printed which value? 10. If I say print 10 comma 20 comma 30, is printed how many values? 3 values. If I don't input any values, it just inserted what? New line. So I can print any type of value. Suppose 1 comma, okay, Naresh comma, okay, Python comma, I just write some 4000 dot 0 comma, I just write what here? True. You are printing how many values here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these values you are giving to the printer by separating with what here? Comma. But print function, it will print all these values by separating with what? Print function print all these values by separating with what? Space. These values are printed by separating with what? Space. But I don't want the space. I don't want the space. Then what will I do? Because what is the default separator? What is the default separator used? Space. What is the default separator is used? Space it is used. Okay. But I don't want the space. Then what do you do it? You try to give both the values. Now syntax 2, where you are giving values as well as which one? Or you are giving values as well as which one? Separator. You are giving values as well as what? Separator. So default separator used by print function is what? Space. When will it use a separator? If a print function separator is used, okay, separator is used if a print function print or print more than what? One value. When the separator is used, when print function print more than one value. If it doesn't print more than one value, will it use a separator? No. For example, here if I'm writing print, how many values you are printing? One value. Will it use any separator? No. Suppose if I'm saying print 10 comma 20, how many values you are printing? Two values. Then what is the separator it uses? Space. Okay, what is the separator it uses? Space. Now you can say 10 space 20. But I don't want the space. Now I don't want the space. Then what do you do it? 10 comma 20 comma. What is the separator? I want the separator as what? Comma. I don't want the space. I want which one? Comma. Then I need to give the value of which one? Separator. I want to print these two values by separating with what? Comma. Now 10 comma what? 20. Suppose if I'm saying 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma separator equal to semicolon. Is it these values are separated with what? Semicolon or comma? Semicolon. 10 semicolon, 20 semicolon, 30. Suppose if I'm saying print 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40, I just use a separator as which one? Star. Is it these values are separated with a space or stars? Stars. Okay, 10 star, 20 star, 30 star, 40. Suppose if I'm writing print, okay, 10 separator, I just use a separator as a colon. What will happen now? 10 colon. When will it use a separator? More than one value. But here, are you printing one or more than one? One. Will it use this separator? No. It doesn't uses this separator. It just print what here? 10. So separator is used when it prints more than one value, right? Suppose if I'm writing print 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 separator. What is the separator I use? Backslash T. Backslash T means tab space. Tab space. Okay. Now there is a tab space between these values or not? Yes. If I'm writing print, print 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 separator. What is a separator? Backslash N. Means each value separated with what? New line. It means 10 after printing 10 it insert new line. After printing 20 it will insert new line. After printing 30 it insert new line. After printing 40 it insert new line, right? So is it all these values are printed in what? New line. But can you use multiple separators? No, you can use only one separator. You cannot use multiple separators. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Separator, separator equal to some NIT. Now these values are separated with what? NIT. 1 NIT, 2 NIT, 3 NIT, 4 NIT and 5. But when this separator is, if you are printing more than one value. So what is the default separator used? What is the default separator is used? Space. What is the default separator is used is space. Okay. Yes. Default separator used is a space. So this is separator and the default separator is a space, right? Then next you can give what here? E and D. So E and D, this is another syntax 3 different forms. You can write in different forms here. Syntax 3 is see only one syntax, but I try to split it so that you can understand. Okay, by giving separator and without giving separator, by giving separator and END without giving separator and END, right? Just to see it. So print function receive the values and use a separator. What is default? Space. And at the end, it insert what here? New line. Okay, now print values and separator is there and E and D. So the value of E and D, the value of E and D is inserted or executed at the end of inserted at the end of printing values. So print function always after printing values insert what here? New line. After printing value insert what here? New line. New line means backslash n. So what is END here? Backslash n. So after printing values, it will insert new line. Suppose after printing values, I'm saying print. Okay, I said, okay, otherwise we'll write in program. File. How you write a program? Go to file and new file. Go to file and new file here. So here I'm writing print. So print 10 and print, okay, some 10 comma 20. So after printing 10, the cursor is moved to what? Next line. And then print what? 10 and 20. 10 and 20, right? Because after printing the value, it insert new line. After printing value, it insert one new line. Now this is test 4 here. So run the module. Now you can see after printing 10, cursor is go to what? Next line. Then after that, next statement is again print 10 comma 20. After printing 10 and 20, cursor is moved to what? Next line. If I write again here print, if I'm writing again print hello, then it will print this hello in the next line or not? Yes. Suppose if I'm writing like this, print. So print Python. But after printing Python, I don't want to insert new line. After printing Python, I don't want to insert new line because what is default END? What is default END? Backslash n. After printing, it will insert what? New line. But I don't want to insert new line. I want to insert what? Dot. I want to insert what here? Dot. Means after printing Python, will it insert new line or dot? Dot. Now just here. After printing Python, it is inserted what? Dot. Suppose in the next line, suppose if I'm writing here Java, what will happen? It will print what here? Python. After printing Python, it will insert new line or dot? Dot. Means cursor is where? In the same line or in the new line? Same line. Then where it will print Java? In the same line of Python or in the new line? Same line of Python. Same line of Python. It doesn't print in the new line. You can see Python dot Java. It's printed Python dot which one? Java. Not in the new line. So why? Because END value I've given what here? Dot. Suppose if I don't give END value, what is default END? New line. Means after printing Python, is it cursor is in the same line or in the new line? New line. In the new line, it will print what? Java. But here, if I'm not giving, if I'm giving END equal to dot, so at the end, will it insert new line or dot? Dot. It means cursor is in the same line or in the new line? Same line. Then where Java is printed in the same line or new line? Same line, right? So Python dot Java. If I don't write this, after printing this Python, the cursor is moved to what? New line. Python is one line and Java is what? Another line. But if you don't want that, then say END, what do you want it? So just insert this. So Python semicolon what? Java. Then if I'm writing END, some colon I have given, END colon, and then I'm saying which one? Oracle. Then tell me. So first line it will print 10. Second line it will print 1020. In the next line it will print hello. In the next line it will print Python semicolon Java colon Oracle. So Python semicolon Java colon Oracle, is it printed in one line or not? Yes, because after printing you are not inserting new line. After printing you are not inserting new line, right? Yes, END END is which is inserted at the end of printing, which is inserted at the end of printing here, right? So what is the output of this program? You have to write as a program so that you can understand that difference here. Okay. So END always get inserted at the end of printing. Separator is inserted between the values. Separator is inserted between the values. END is inserted at the end of the value. And it receive how many values? 0 or more values. And after receiving values, where it is printing all these values in one file. And what is the name of that file? std out. std out. Okay. But this file, you can change this file, but how to change this file we'll be discussing in files. Okay. But now we learn how many things here: values, separator, and END. But this part you learn in the files, because you have to create the file and you have to give that file and you have to print the values inside that file. So these three you have to remember. Okay. Yes. So after receiving values, now here I'm writing, after receiving values, it write or print values inside a file, inside a file object called which one? std out, which is nothing but standard output. So the standard output is nothing but what here? Console or monitor. The standard output is nothing but console or monitor. The standard output is nothing but console or monitor. So how can you write a comment in a program? Now you can write a comment in a program by using hash. Okay. So comments in Python program. How you write a comments in Python program? Okay. You can write a comments in Python program by using which one? Hash. Hash is sign. Okay. Or same thing you call it as pound sign is used to define comment in Python. But comments are ignored. Comments are ignored by Python. Python what? Translator. Comments are ignored by the Python translator. If you put anything in comment that is not executed, if you put anything in comment that is not executed, okay, yes. So you are using hash symbol. It is used to define single line comment. It is used to define single line comment, and comments are not executed by comments are not executed. Comments are not executed. For example, if I'm writing a program like this, I said print, okay, print hello Python. So this is executable statement or not? Yes. This is executable statement. Okay. If I run this program, what is the output here? Hello Python. But suppose if I put here hash, this is executable or commented. So is it this statement is executed or not executed? Not executed. Is it any output? No. Getting or not? If you put anything in comment that is not executed, if you put anything in comment that is not executed, I'm saying print hello, and here I write a comment. Now, so printing, okay, printing welcome message. So which one is a comment? Is it print function is comment or right side one? Right side one. But this is executed or not? Yes, this is executed. If you run this, now what is the message? Hello. But you are commenting, it's saying that we're printing which message? Welcome message. Printing welcome message, right? Yes, this here. So you can write only one comment, but not multiple comments, right? Just here. So only one output you'll get, not multiple outputs. What is the output here? Hello. But first one is executed or not executed? Not executed because it is commented or not? Yes. It is commented, because of that it is not executed, right? Okay. This is about print function. This is about print function, and this is how you write the comments in the Python. Just to see your first program in HackerRank. We'll try to solve one problem in HackerRank. Yes. HackerRank. What is HackerRank? Is a learning platform, practicing platform, where you prepare for what? Exams. So that is called which one? HackerRank. And there's one more platform is there. What is that? CodeChef. So where you can prepare for competition, where you can prepare for interviews. Okay. So that platform is called which one? HackerRank. Now just open HackerRank. If you open HackerRank, hackerrank.com. Now there are two. There is two options out there here. One is sign up and one is request demo. But if you are a new user, then what do you do it? If you are a new user, then what do you do it? Sign up. Just click on sign up. Now you find some options here. I'm here to hire tech talents. It means HackerRank. In HackerRank, the companies also recruit what? People based on your rank, based on the certifications. Even they recruit the people. HackerRank people, HackerRank. From HackerRank, even companies recruit the people, right? No, but I'm here to practice and prepare. Now solve problems and learn new skills. So then what do you select? I'm here to practice and prepare. Select this. Now you find free account, 1,000 plus problems to solve. Interview preparation kits, industry recognized certificate, and company verified mock test, and 57 skills to learn. Okay, these many things provided by which one? HackerRank. So what do you do? Create account. If the account is already there, it will open. If the account is not there, it will ask you to enter your credentials. Means you can create account with your Gmail account or Facebook account, right? So create account. Just click on create account here. So already have an account. Because of that, it is just open directly. Okay, now, right. Now here there is a prepare, and there is certify, and there is competition. Prepare is there, certification is there, and competition is there. Now even you can find interview preparation kit. Now once you are completed Python, then you start preparing what? Interview. So in interview preparation kit, how many problems are given? Some 70 programs are given. Now if you, now these problems are based on the questions which are asked in different companies. Okay, now you can prepare for this. And once you start solving the problems, okay, you'll get a rank, and you'll also get which one? Badge. Now this is which badge? Gold badge. Okay, gold badge. Now because I have not solved so many problems because of some time, but most of the problems I solved it. So because of that, I got which badge? Gold badge. Now in LinkedIn profile, you can put Have a gold badge in what? Hacker rank. You can put in your LinkedIn profile like saying that I've completed certification from what? Hacker rank. So that will increase your profile ranking, right? Yes. Now, now after this, now you have a certifications also. One is a basic certification and one more is problem solving. It is free. The certification is also free. Now, basic certification, what they ask, it covers topics like scalar types and operators and control flow strings, collections and iteration, modularity, objects and types and classes. So once you complete these topics, you can go for which one? Basic certification. Then next you can go for problem solving also. Now here you have to learn certain things. Okay, yes. Then after this, now prepared by topics. Now which language? Python. Select the Python. Now this is topic wise. Now these are the topics. Introduction, basic data type, strings, sets, math, iteration tools, collections, data time, errors and exception, classes, built-ins, Python functional, regular expressions, XML, closures and decorators, NumPy and debugging. So this is topic wise. Now difficulty level also there, easy, medium and hard. Okay, right? Then next, now see here, introduction. So start with what here? Introduction. Introduction means it is having these programs related with which one? Introduction. Now we have not completed which one? Looping statements. But this is one problem. Say hello world with what? Python. So it is already solved. Now we'll try to solve again. Okay. So it is given like this. Here is a sample line of code that can be executed in Python. What is the code? Print hello world. You can just as easily store a string as a variable and print on the std out. You can print hello world directly, or you can print hello world by assigning to one variable, and then you can print my string. What is the value of my string? Hello world. The above code will print hello world on your screen. Try it yourself in the editor below. So you need to read. You do not read to read any input in this challenge. So there is no input, only there is a output. So what is the output? You have to display hello world. The output what you have to display is hello world on the std out. Yes. So print function is given already, right? Then what you have to write here? Hello, hello, comma. Whatever he say, you have to write in the same. Hello, comma. Then what here? Space. And then world. And followed by which one? Exclamatory. Hello, comma, space, world. And it followed by exclamatory. Right? So after this, run the code. Now, hello, comma, world, exclamatory. Now, is it successfully completed or not? Yes. After this, what do you do it? Submit the code. Submit the code. Okay, now code is submitted. So for this challenge, how many points here? Now you can see that points also. the number of points for this challenge. Okay, some 10 points, I think. Okay, all right. Suppose if you write in your own syntax, then what will happen? I've just given H is small and W is also small, but he asked you to print in which one? Capital. But here given in which one? Small here, right? What will happen? If I try to run the code, now this is a mistake most of the students will do it. Okay, so your output is hello world, but expected output is hello world. What is the difference? Both are hello world only, but what is the difference? Capital. So this H must be in what here? Capital. And W must be in what here? Capital. But here you have given in which case? Lowercase. So you have to print in the case what he asked. Same rule you have to follow. If you don't follow it, you get wrong. Okay, that is a mistake done by the programmer, right? Hello, comma, space. Even though if I'm not giving space, is it this your code will run? So again, it is given wrong answer because hello, comma, world. I said hello, comma, world. But here also hello, comma, world. But here after comma, there is a space. Now each and everything tested by, each and everything is tested by which one? Tool. If anything is fail, your code is not submitted. Now here you have to select language is what? Python 3. Okay, don't select PyPy 3 because the syntax of PyPy 3 is different than which one? Python 3. Okay, you have to select Python 3, not PyPy 3, right? Next. So you start practicing it. Okay, now, right. The next function is, so next function is input function is there. Okay, the next function what you have is a input function. So there is a standard output function and there is a standard input function. Okay, and what is a standard input function is, what is a standard input function is, okay, input. So there is a function called which one? Input. So there is an input function. So there is an input function is there. And this is also available in built-ins module. This function is also available in what? Built-ins module. So this function is used, okay, this function is used to input values from, what? Keyboard. If you want to input values from keyboard or to read values from, keyboard, you are using input function. And this function is exist in which module? This function is exist in which module? Built-ins module. This function is there, but this function is there in which module? Built-ins module, right? But will you import this module? Are you importing this module? No, you are not importing this module because what is the default module imported by any program? Built-ins only. Are giving anything called import built-ins? No. Are we saying anything called import built-ins? No, right? Suppose, assume that I want to write see here, please just try to understand. I want to write a program. I want to write a program to add two numbers. I want to write a program to add two numbers. Then what will I do? I'll say N1. N1 is first number. Okay. So I'm assigning one value to which one? N1. It's nothing but Are you creating a object or not? Yes. So N1 is the object whose value is what? 10. Then N2 equal to 20. N2 is the object whose value is what? 20. Then I'm saying N3. N3 equal to N1 plus N1 plus what? N2. Then after that, I'm saying print. Okay, print N1 comma N2 comma N3. Okay, so what is the value of N1? 10. What is the value of N2? 20. What is the value of N3? 30. So the output of this will be, yes, what is the output of this here? 10, 20, 30. So 10 space, 20 space, 30. Okay. But is it input? Input value of N1, N2 is given within the program or during runtime? Value of N1, N2 is given from keyboard or within the program? Within the program. But I want to input N1, N2 value at runtime. Means during execution of programs. Here, I say run module. Is it asking you to input N1, N2 values? No, because N1, N2 values are given within, or N1, N2 values are given within program. Are you giving values? No, the values are already given inside what? Program. You go to ATM, it will ask you to enter PIN. It will ask you to enter PIN, or it will take some automatically PIN. It will ask you to enter PIN. PIN is already not given in the program, right? You have to input the PIN. You have to input the PIN from keyboard. Now I want to input N value. I want to input N2 value. Okay, during runtime. During runtime. Then I should not give values here. I should not give values here. I have to input from keyboard. I have to input from keyboard. Then I should use which function? Input function. I should use which function? Input. So input, enter value from keyboard and assign to what? N1. Whatever value input from the keyboard, that value is assigned to what? N2. But is it values given within the program or during runtime? During runtime. The value is not given within the program, right? Yes. So here, for that, you are using a function called what? Input. So what is the syntax of input here? Syntax of input is input, it followed by prompt. Input, it followed by the prompt, but giving prompt is not compulsory. Giving prompt is what? Optional. Prompt is nothing but prompting. What you are doing? Prompting. Prompt is nothing but message. What is prompt? A message which you want to display before reading. A message which is displayed before reading, that you call it as what? Prompt. Prompting it. Suppose you go to ATM. Once you insert the card, if you don't get prompt means it will display one message, right? Enter PIN. If you don't get that message, what will happen? You'll think that ATM is struck. Yes or no? You'll think what? ATM is struck because it is not displayed message. It should display message. It should display prompt saying that enter PIN. That is prompting it. Interactive. Okay. It should be interactive or not? Yes. Enter A value. Enter B value. Enter amount. Enter transaction type. All these are what? Prompts. Your application is prompting it. Whom? End user. Your application is prompting it. End user what to input. Otherwise, end user doesn't know what to input. End user doesn't know what to input. You have to give some prompt. Prompt is nothing but a string. Prompt is one string which is displayed before reading the value. Prompt is a string. So prompt is a string or message, okay, which is displayed before reading what? Value. Prompt is a string or message which is displayed before reading value. So this makes it your application is more interactive. Prompting end user what to input. Prompting end user what to input. If you don't prompt it, then end user cannot understand what to input. Getting or not? Okay, suppose I'm saying, suppose A equal to input. A equal to what here? Input. But are you given prompt? No. If you don't give the prompt, it just cursor is waiting. Cursor is waiting. But before cursor, is it any message is there? No. Then I just input what here? Value. Now 10 is value which is assigned to what? A. 10 is a value assigned to A. Now if I say print A, what is the value of A? 10. Then I'm saying B equal to input. I just give the prompt. Enter which value? B value. Now before reading value, what is this here? Prompt. Enter which one? B value. Then I'll say B value is what here? 20. Now this 20 is assigned to what? B. So print. What is this print? What is this? B value. If I don't give the prompt, now I'm saying C equal to input. Will it give any prompt? No. Just cursor will wait. What to input? You know what to input, but how end user knows what to input? Are you given any prompt? No. Okay. Suppose I enter the value 30. 30 is assigned to what? C. What is the value of C? 30. If I'm saying D equal to input, enter which value? D value. So what is this enter D value? Prompt. What is this enter D value? Prompt. See here, prompt is displayed. Enter D value. I just enter the value of D as a 40. And if I say print D, suppose roll number, input what? Roll number. Input roll number. So what will I do? I input the roll number. Name, input what is that? Enter what? Name. Okay, then there is a message. Enter name. This is a name. Then I'll say print roll number, comma, name. Roll number is 101. Name is what? Naresh. So if you want to develop an interactive, then always it is recommended to give what? Prompt. Always it is recommended to give the prompt. Prompting is nothing but displaying one message. Displaying one message, right? Message before reading the value. But displaying this message, is it compulsory or optional? Optional. But it is compulsory in application development, right? Yes. Okay, suppose assume that write a simple program. Suppose a simple program here. So write a program. So write a program to read. Okay, read. Okay, read. Okay, read scores details of one player. Only one player. One player scores details I want to read. Okay. Then what I have to input? One variable name. What is the name of the variable? Player name. What is the name of the variable? Player name, right? So player name. Variable name is user defined or predefined? User defined. Variable names are identifiers, right? So input. What is the message? Enter what? Player name. Enter player name, right? Then next is what? Score. Then input. Enter what is that? Player what here? Score. Enter player name and enter player score. Okay. After this, I want to display print. I should print what here? Player name. I want to print player name. I'm printing one message. Player name, comma, comma, which one? P name. You are printing how many values? One value or two values? Two values. What is the first value? Player name. What is the second value? Value of P name. Variable. So print what is that? Score. Comma, what is that? Score. You are printing how many values here? Two values. What is that heading? What is heading? Score and value of score. Save this program. Save this program. And after this, you can just run this run module. So once you say run module, I was asking enter player name. Enter player name. Now you can just enter. Okay. So you can enter what here? Player name. Okay, player name. And then you can enter what here? Score. Player name and score. Now this is the name of the player. And this is what here? Score. You can input. So this is called as which one? Prompt. This is called as which one? Prompt. Suppose if I don't give this prompt, what will happen? If I don't give this prompt, what will happen? Now cursor is waiting. But what to enter? What to enter? Yes or no? Cursor is waiting, but what to enter? Is it score or run? Score or name? Is it any prompt is there? No. So it is always recommended. It is always recommended to give which one? Prompts. Enter. Enter what is that? Player. Player what? Name. Enter player name. So always the prompt is a string. Always the prompt is what here? String. Okay. Enter the name of the player. Enter the name of the player. Okay. Name of the player and then what? Score. So the name of the player and one more is a score, right? Very simple. You have to understand input and this is what here? Output. But are you doing any operations? No. Only input and output. Input, output. Input is done using which function? Input function. Output is done using which function? Print function. But between input and output, you do some operations or not? Yes. On input data. Suppose I want to add two numbers. For example, I want to add two numbers. So what is the input? Two numbers. What is the process? Adding. What is the output? Sum of two numbers. But here we are just input as well as what? Output. But are you doing anything, any operations on this data? No. You're not doing any operations on this data, right? Yes. Please try to understand first what is the input and output. Now, very simple here, right? But always input function, okay, input function, using input function, we can input only string values. Okay, input function, using input function, okay, input function allows to input which values? String values. Even though I enter number, even though if I input number, it will return that value as what? String type. Even though number is entered, that number is converted to what? String. So it means input function read the value, or you can say input function read value from what? Keyboard and return as which type? String type. Input function read value from keyboard and return and return that value as which type? String type. Okay, right now it will read always the value as which type? String type. For example, I'm writing A. A equal to input. A equal to input. Enter value of which one? A. Enter value of A. I enter the value 10. Is it 10 is assigned to A or not? Yes. But A is a variable of which type? We assign which value? 10. Actually, 10 is which value? Integer. Then A must be which type? A must be which type? Integer, because A is holding which value? Integer value. Okay. If I'm writing type of which one? A. A must be which type? Integer. But is it A is integer or? No. A is which type? String. Because whatever value input, that value is stored in which object? String object. Whatever value input, that value gets stored in which object? String object. So it means using input, you can input only which type of values? String values. Okay. If I'm writing like this, enter enter value of which one? A. So I try to input a value from keyboard, and that is what here? 10. So what will happen? It will return this 10 into one object. So this is object. And what is the name of this object here? A. And what is the value of this object? 10. But what is the type of this object? String. So within string, what is their number? But is it container is which type? String. Container is which type? String. But content is what here? Number. But type is which one? String only. Suppose if I'm saying B equal to input, enter value of, enter value of B. If I say enter value of B, suppose I enter value of B as 1.5, then what will happen? This 1.5 is stored in one object or not? Yes. So what is the name of this object? B. And within B, which value is there? 1.5. Okay, but 1.5 is which value? Float. But this float value is there in which object? This float value is there in which object? String object. Okay, because input always read the value as only which type? String type. Can you do arithmetic on strings? Tell me, can you do arithmetic on strings? No. You cannot do arithmetics on what? Strings. If you want to do arithmetic, you have to convert the strings to, you have to convert the string into what? Numbers. You have to convert the string into numbers. So to convert the strings into a numbers or any other type, you are using some type conversion functions. You are using which functions? Type conversion functions. For example, assume that I want to write a program to add two numbers. Okay, then what I'm saying, n1. Now n1 equal to enter n1 value. Enter n1 value. Then enter which value? N2 value. Enter n1 value, enter n2 value. Then if I run this, is asking enter n1 value, which is 10, N2 value is what? 20. What is the result? I should get 30, right? But input will read the value as which type? String type. So what happened here? The value of N1 is 10. The value of N2 is what? 20. But what is the value of N3? 10, 20. Is it done addition or concatenation? Concatenation. Combining. So this both the values are combined or not? Yes. And written as one value. What is that? 10, 20. But what is the result? I should get 30. Because of this 10 and 20 are what now? Strings. Is it done addition or concatenation? Concatenation. Concatenation means combining. It has just combined these two values. It has just combined these two values, but it is not added these two values. But I want to convert these values into an appropriate type. Then how you can convert it? For that, you have some type conversion functions. So these are called which functions? Type conversion functions. Type conversion functions are the same thing. You call it as which one? Type casting. Type conversion functions are type casting. What is type casting? Converting of one type of object to another type. Converting one type of object to another type. Another type is called which one here? Type casting or type conversion. So for doing this, you are using some type conversion functions. Like there is a function called which one? Int. There's a function called float. So there is integer function, float function, and there is a complex function, and there is a Boolean function, and there is a string function. So these are called some basic type conversion functions. We have seen before this, we have seen base conversion functions like octal, binary, and hexadecimal. Octal, binary, and hexadecimal, those are called which functions? Base conversion functions. But these are which functions? Type conversion functions. Base conversion functions, and one more is type conversion functions. Okay. Now how to work with this type conversion functions like integer, float, complex, Boolean, and string. But not today, but we'll see in the next class how to work with this type conversion functions or type casting. Is it this is understand? Right? Two functions, one is a print and one more is what? Input. Please try to practice what I said in the class. Okay, right. So in the next class, that is on Monday, we'll see more on this input and output, and even we'll see operators. Okay, yes. Thank you. We'll see you on Monday. Thank you.